Hey, my name is Athena and today I'm doing the Book Snob Book Tag. I saw this on Tia and Audiobooks' channel, and she is also the original creator, so I will leave a link to her video down below. I also saw this on Nichi's channel from I Read Past My Bedtime, and she suggested I do it, and I've been feeling like doing it. Quite a few people have done this tag, and yeah, so today I'm doing this tag. The first question is Adaptation Snob. Do you always read the book before watching the movie? And my answer to that is no, I do try to. I don't always read the book before watching the movie. I do try to do that, but it doesn't always work out that way. I find it difficult to watch movies on my own when it's a movie that I'm interested in but my boyfriend is not. Then I tend to read the book first because then it's just up to me. But almost all of the movies I watch together with him, and so if he really feels like a movie but I haven't read the book yet, then I sometimes say like, okay, let's watch the movie. Some other times I didn't know that the movie was based on the book, and I don't find out until the movie starts playing. And it says based on this book. But if it's up to me and just up to me, I can try to read the book first. But yeah, it doesn't always work out like that. Question 2, format snob. You can only read one format for the rest of your life. Which one do you choose? Physical books, ebooks, or audiobooks? And I don't think my answer will be surprising to anyone who's been watching my videos for a while, because I almost always read physical books. I don't do audiobooks, and I read ebooks only occasionally. There are a couple of ebook only authors that I like to read books from, and I like to read like short stories and stuff in ebook that are not being sold as a physical book. But generally, if the book is available as physical book and it's just like normally priced, I prefer to read the physical book. So definitely for me, physical books all the way. Yeah, that'd be my answer. Question 3, ship snob. Would you marry or date a non-reader? Yes, my boyfriend doesn't read a lot anymore. He used to read more in the past. He's got quite a few manga, which I have showed before in a video. And he's also read, for example, some Terry Pratchett books. But nowadays he doesn't really read a lot. He has quite a few technical books as well that are related to like World War II and tanks and planes and like a variety of other stuff that he'll like flick through. But he doesn't often really sit down and read a book for a while anymore. And that's okay with me. He is able to watch more movies and TV shows than I am because it really tires me. So he tells me about the stuff that he watches, and I tell him about the books that I read. And I really love him, so that's okay with me. I would not like to be together with someone who reads even more than I do, because then my TBR would be endless. Because I'm sure that they could convince me to read a lot of books that they're reading. So I really like being the most avid reader, like in my daily life, like with my family and in my relationship with my partner. So I would never say no to be honest. I think it takes a very special person to be in a relationship with me, because I'm not the easiest person to live with, let's put it that way. So I would never say no to a person solely based on the fact that they're not a reader. So yeah, I guess that is my answer. I did notice that from the people who've done this video, most of them have said that they would not date a person who doesn't read. Yeah, I've only been in love twice in my life. Once with my ex, and now with my partner. We've been together for over 12 years now, soon 12 and a half. And I'm demisexual, so I don't easily fall in love or anything. So yeah, I would not exclude someone based on the fact that they're not a reader. But as far as like new friendships go, I do like it when somebody is a reader, because then we have something common to talk about. I do love talking about books. Yeah. Question 4, genre snob. You have to ditch one genre, never to be read again for the rest of your life. What do you choose? Well, if we're allowing all the genres, then I'm just going to pick something that I don't read, which is erotica. and like smut and stuff like that. I don't really read that. So that'd be my pick. If it has to be something that I do read or have read from, then I think I would pick classics, because there are a few I really like, but I'm not really interested in reading any much more of them. So that would be my pick, which I think might shock some people, but yeah. Classics are just not really for me. I find the language really difficult to read. Now, I haven't tried reading a classic translated into Dutch, but like old classics in English, or that were translated from another language into English, I found those really difficult to read, and they don't flow well in my brain. And well, they're also taking place in the past generally, which is, yeah, historical is not really my thing anyway. Anyway, so classics is my answer if it has to be saying that I do read or have read from. Yeah, moving on. Question 5, Genre Snob. You can only choose to read one genre for the rest of your life. What do you choose? If I'm going strictly based on how many books I read of each genre, then I would have to pick contemporary fiction, because I read the most of this genre. That includes adult contemporary fiction, young adult contemporary fiction, and children's contemporary fiction, middle grade, and also any sort of children's books in middle grade that don't easily fall into another category I classify as contemporary fiction. So that I would have to choose, but it would really pain me not to be able to read like any books with magic anymore, any books of futuristic technology, like anything with sort of magical or unreal elements. Yeah, I really need the variety in my reading. I love reading all sorts of genres. I do have my favorites, of course. I also really like reading biographies, but I could never solely read like biographies and memoirs. I really need the variation. If I read several contemporary fiction books in a row, then I'm really in the mood for something different. I really need to switch up in my reading. I get very easily genre burnout, author burnout, series burnout. I get that very easily. So usually after I read a book from one genre, I then have to switch to another genre. So I think I would really struggle if I were to only read one genre. But if I had to pick one, it'd be contemporary fiction, because I read the most of that based on my statistics. So I guess that would be my pick. Community snob. Which genre do you think receives the most snobbery from the bookish community? I really don't know, because I am not the best person to ask what's going on in like communities or in the minds of other people. I find it really difficult to work that out. I have autism. Trying to figure out what other people are thinking is not my strong point. So I don't know. Snobbery recipient, the last question. Have you ever been snubbed for something that you have been reading, or for reading in general? Now, I'm not quite sure the word snub means, so I'm gonna look that up now. Google Translate is not exactly helping me much, but I'm going to assume it means something negative, like someone has a negative comment about what you're reading or reading in general. Yes, I have had situations happen where certain other people thought I should, rather than children's books or young adult, that as an adult I should read just really books for adults and historical information books and classics. It's never been by anyone that is a friend, obviously, because otherwise they wouldn't be a friend anymore, but it's only happened with people who didn't really know me or know me well. Yeah, it has happened, but not like really recently. That was the tag already. It's a shame it's over. I had fun doing this. I have to admit, I've been having a rough couple of days, week. I'm planning to upload this video quite soonish after I film it. I mean, once I've edited it, but because I haven't done a tag video on my channel in a while, and I feel like it's time. So I'm just gonna slot it in the already review videos that I have already filmed and edited that are still going up. I haven't been doing that well recently. Unfortunately, a few of our chicken have been taken by a predator, and I have been sad because of this. Now, this has happened quite a few times in the past, not in any recent times, but you know, in the past, I don't know, 18 years that we've had chicken or something like that, that it happens every once in a while. But these are my 3 favorite chicken. All 3 of them have been with us since they were born. They were born here, and so I really miss them. And aside from that, there have been a few other things that have been difficult, and my body is not really cooperating. My hormones have been really plaguing me this week. I don't often have it this bad. You know, the monthly period. I don't often have it this bad. I've been feeling really in a funk and down, and so I'm sorry if I wasn't yay in this video, because I'm not feeling that right now. I mean, I'm usually not feeling that, but like the past few days especially have been a struggle. Well, I really enjoyed this tag. I'm not going to tag anyone because I find it really difficult to tag people, and so I prefer not to do that. I did really like doing this tag. I thought they were interesting questions. And yeah, hopefully things get better soon. I hope you're having a good time, and yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!